This is a review for your geometry test. Find the area of a parallelogram. First, the area of a parallelogram formula is base times height. My base is 7.5, 7 5/10 times 2 8/10. So I'm going to multiply 7 5/10 times 2 8/10. 7.5, 2.8. When I'm multiplying, I am going to ignore the decimal. 8 times 5 is 40. 0, carry your 4. 8 times 7 is, plus 4 is 60. 8 times 7 is 56, plus 4, 60. I put a 0 under here because I am finished with the 8. Now 2 times 5 is 10, carry my 1. 2 times 7 is 14, plus 1 is 15. 0, 0, 6 plus 5 is 11, carry my 1, 2. I have 2 numbers after my decimal in my equation up here, so I'm going to have 2 numbers here. So my answer is 21 inches squared. A piece of notebook paper has an irregular size to it. What is the area of a notebook paper? This is a rectangle. I know the area of a rectangle is base times height. So my base is 6 1/4. This is 6.25. 6.25 is 6 1/4. So I'm going to multiply 6.25 times 9. 9 times 5 is 45. 5, carry my 4. 9 times 2 is 18. 19, 20, 21, 22. Carry my 2. 9 times 6 is 54. Plus 2 is 56. I have 2 numbers after my decimal. So I need 2 numbers after my decimal in my answer. So my answer is 56.25 inches squared. A magazine picture has a purse in shown. How much area of the purse, not including the handle, takes up the magazine layout? So what shape is this? It's a trapezoid. So the formula for a trapezoid is half h b1 plus b2. So now I am just going to fill in the information. Half 4 b1 11 plus 6 half of 4 is 2. 11 plus 6 is 17. 17 times 2 34 centimeters squared. Number 4, a triangular flag has a height of 18 inches and a base of 12. So here's the flag. Height of 18, base of 12. Both of them are inches. The formula for area of a triangle is base times height divided by 2. "12 times 18 divided by 2. I'm going to show you a trick. You can take half of the base or half of the height. What's half of 12? 6 times 18. So 108 inches squared. Number 5, determine the area of each figure. Which of the following figures have an area greater than 60 centimeters? This one would be base times height, 11 times 8, which is 88 centimeters squared. This is going to be half the height, 13 plus 6. What's 13 plus 6? 19. 5 half. What's 5 times 19? 5 times 19 is 95. Half of 95. 95 divided by 2. 2 will go into 9. 4 times 2 is 8. 15. 2 will go into 15 7 times. So this is going to be 47.5. The triangle is base times height divided by 2. This is my base. This is my height. This is my base. You do not need this number. When you're finding an area, you do not need this number. Your height is always going to form a perpendicular line. So this is going to be 4 times 12 divided by 2. 4 times 12 is 48. Divide by 2. 4 times 12 is 48, correct?
Correct.
48 divided by 2 is 24 centimeters squared. This is a triangle too. 8 times 9 divided by 2. 8 times 9 is
72.
Divide by 2. 72 divided by 2. 36. So this is 36 centimeters squared. So which one of these is greater than 60? The first one is greater than 60. Madison is building a toy box that measures 2 feet by 5 feet by 3 5/10. What is the volume of the toy box? Volume is big B times H. Remember, the big B is area of base. This will be my base. 2 times 5. 3 5/10 will be my height. Times 3 5/10. 2 times 5 is 10. 10 times 3 5/10. 3 5/10 times 10. Anytime you are multiplying by 10, you're going to move the decimal once. So this is going to give me 35. 35 feet cubed. A school supply company packages the erasers below in boxes of 12. How many cubic inches does the package contain? So here's my base. 1.5 times 1 is going to give me 1.5. 1.5 times 2 is going to give me 3. So this is one eraser. One eraser takes up 3 cubic inches. How many are in the box though? 12. So 12 times 3 is 36. So what is the missing width of the object below if the volume is 252? So we are missing this, the width. So I know volume equals area of the base times the height. Volume equals base times height times height. I am going to fill in the information that I know. I know 352 equals, my base is 11, times my height, times 8. I can put these two together and get 88H, 88 times the height, equals 352. So how do I solve for H here? No, we don't subtract. This is multiplying. So I have to divide. I have to divide both sides by 88. When I divide both of these sides by 88, I'm going to get 352 divided by 88. 352 divided by 88. I know multiplying by 2 is not going to get it. So let's multiply by, let's try 4. 4 times 8 is 32. Carry my 3. 4 times 8 is 32, plus 3 is 35. So my missing width is 4 meters. A rectangular prism has a base with an area of 200 and the volume of the prism. So I know volume equals big B times H. They told me that my big B is 200. 200 times H And my volume is 3,000. So how do we solve for this? I'm going to divide both sides by 200. So this is going to be 3,000 divided by 2. I can go ahead and cross zeros off. So now this is 30 divided by 2. 15 equals H. So my height is 15 centimeters. I can model and write equations for area and volume. Use the figure below to write an equation and plug in the given values in order to determine the area. The formula for area of a rectangle is base times height. So I'm going to plug in the information I know. Area equals my base is B, my height is 9. So we're going to solve for B. So if I have this, I'm going to divide both by 9. So this is going to be B equals A divided by 9. The area divided by 9. Okay, I'm going to skip to the next one, to number 13 real quick, because I want to make sure I talk about it today in class. Let me give you a hint on something. This is something we haven't talked about in class. But this is something you can easily find. On here, your biggest angle is Y. X, Y, Z. This is X, Y, Z. That looks like our biggest angle. If we look directly across from this, that's going to give me line XY. XZ, correct? If I look directly across from it, my biggest angle is directly across from my biggest side. So this corresponds with XZ. This angle, ZXY, right here, it's going to go directly across, and it's going to correspond with YZ. And this angle, YZX, it's going to go with what? XY. So number 14, find the missing angle, measure each in each triangle below. I'm going to add 88 and 33. 88 plus 33. 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 plus 1 is 121. Is that my missing measure? No, I have to subtract. So this is A. 180 minus 121. 10 minus 1 is 9. 7 minus 2 is 5. So my missing angle is 59. Here's B. 29 and 4/10 plus 79. Notice, 79 has a decimal at the end. You can't see it here, but any number has a decimal at the end. 4, 18, carry my 1. 7 plus 3 is 10. So these two added together is 108.4. Now I'm going to subtract that from 180 because the interior angles of a triangle equal 180. 180 minus 108 decimal 4. I'm going to add a decimal and a 0. 0, and I can't subtract 4, so I have to go all the way over here to the 8. I make this a 10. Now I can borrow from this. Make this a 9. Bring my decimal straight down. 10 minus 4 is 6. 9 minus 8 is 1. 7 minus 0 is 7. So this missing angle is 71 6/10 degrees. C. 40 plus 40 equals 80. 180 minus 80 is 100. So the missing angle is 100 degrees. Remember with the side lengths, two sides added together must be greater than third side. So let's look at A. Here's 15. Here's A. 12 plus 5, is it greater than 17? What's 12 plus 5? Is 17 greater than 17? No. So this cannot be a triangle. Let's look at B. 10 plus 15, is it greater than 24? 25 greater than 24? Yes. How about 10 plus 24, is it greater than 15? Yes, it is. 15 plus 24, is it greater than 10? Yes. So could this be a triangle? Yes, this could be a triangle. Let's look at C. 9 plus 22, is it greater than 11? Yes. 11 plus 22, greater than 9. (11 plus 9 greater than 22? What's 11 plus 9? What's 11 plus 9? 20. Is 20 greater than 22? No. So C cannot be a triangle. Let's check D. 21 plus 7. Is it greater than 6? Yes. 7 plus 6 greater than 21? No. So the answer is B. So let's go back to number 11. A parallelogram has a height of 16 inches in the area of A. The formula for a parallelogram is area equals base times height. Write a formula to determine B, the base. So we want to equal B. B equals. So I know area equals 16. No, B times 16. I want B by itself. So I'm going to divide by 16. Divide by 16. So these will cancel out, and I will have B equals the area divided by 16. So use the figure below to write a formula, for the total volume as well as a height of the prism. The formula for a rectangular prism is volume equals area of a base times a height. So I want to solve for H. So I know it's going to be H equals. So here I know my volume equals the area of the base is 15 times 3 times a height. 15 times 3 is 45. So I have 45H equals volume. I need to get the H by itself. So to get the H by itself, I have volume equals 45H. I am going to divide this side by 45 and this side by 45. So my H equals volume divided by 45. So if you find out what the volume is and you divide by 45, you will find the height. Okay, turn it back to the front. At the top, I want you to mark parent's signature. As always, you get a parent signature and you can have 5 bonus points on the test. Your test is tomorrow. Please study this and study your notes.